With Yarborough out, Baker slows his pace. He doesn't want to take a chance of losing it now, not this close to victory. Baker leads Isaac by 10 seconds and Hutcherson by 2 laps. But those last few laps can be an eternity. And no doubt Baker is thinking, will something happen as it always does? Or is this my day? In the Fox pits, the pressure's reaching a crescendo as Baker makes the final lap. The checkered flag, and Buddy Baker wins his first big race.
White flag is up.
Those Cotton Owens, Bill, really sweating it out. Hey, Farnone, you never know. You haven't won until the checkered flag comes down over the radiator.
1.366 miles to go when he got that white, and now it's just about half of that as he comes around with half a lap to go.
$27,500 at stake to win this one today.
And Buddy Baker has not won the Grand National NASCAR race since Charlotte 2 years ago, and this is going to be a very big win. The checkered flag is out, and Buddy Baker takes it to win the 21st running of the Southern 500, and you think the Cotton Owens crew isn't happy. Brother, there'll be a celebration tonight in Darlington.
There's the white flag. One more lap, and Buddy Baker will take home his second consecutive World 600 trophy. Out of turn 2, and that Hemi is still wound up and pulling away from the pack. Onto the front chute. After 400 laps, Buddy Baker slides his Dodge Charger under the checkered flag, winner of the world's longest stock car race.
There it is. One more lap to go, and the crowd is delirious because now David Pearson is beginning to close. The Silver Fox is famous for last lap finishes. Now, can he do it? With $25,000 on the win spot, both cars are wound to the limit. Tack needles way over the red line. 2 four-wheeled missiles are screaming down the back chute, and David is closing. Now into turn 4, there have been 52 lead changes thus far. David Pearson is trying desperately to make it 53. There goes the slingshot out of the dogleg, but he can't do it. Buddy Baker wins the 5th annual Winston 500.
The white flag, 60 official lead changes among 17 drivers. Richard Petty seeking to make it 61. Half a lap to go. Baker still deployed in first, the persistent Petty second, then Petty starts to reel Baker in. At turn 4, Petty sets up the slingshot by Baker for the finish. But Baker refuses to be intimidated by the master, forces Petty out of the throttle. Buddy Baker, the winner. Baker into the final lap, on his way to a new place in the record book. Here in the 1976 Winston 500, Buddy Baker covering the distance faster than any driver in the history of motorsport. Faster than the stock car record of Pete Hamilton in 1970 of 152 miles an hour. Faster than the overall 500-mile record by the late Mark Donahue at Indianapolis in 1972 at 162 miles per hour. In a draft with Virginia's Lenny Pond Car 54, the Pepsi-Cola Chevy, Charlotte, North Carolina's Buddy Baker is about to take his third straight victory at the fastest race course in the world. Baker wins the 1976 Winston 500, averaging 169.887 miles per hour, a new world record for 500 miles.
Well, to be in pole position and then take the race from the pole position is the way that most people would like to spend their weekend. And Buddy Baker certainly has demonstrated that he's not only had superior performance in qualifying, but he's also had the ability to be able to do that.
There it is, a white flag for him as he comes by with less than 1 lap to go, and he's got 12 seconds on the second place car, which is Bobby Allison in car number 15. Then Darrell Waltrip is in third place. So even though you see Buddy Baker running on the race course with Cale Yarborough and with Donnie Allison, that's car number 11 and car number 1 right near him, those cars are 1 lap down to him. And here comes Buddy Baker, this record crowd of more than 60,000 people standing. This is going to be an extremely popular victory for the big guy as he flashes by and gets the checker. Buddy Baker ends that long drought that I'm sure he thought would never end with the victory here today. A very popular one for Elsie Wiley Baker Jr.
And Allison trying to close the gap here on Baker. And when they come across the start-finish line, we will have only 2 laps to go.
And Darrell Waltrip smoking, and Darrell Waltrip spun in turn 3 and 4. He's going up towards the barrier. He's avoided the barrier, but there's cars behind him. Can they avoid him? They've avoided him. It's quite clear there. It seems to have a problem there. I dare say the engine seized up on him. There was oil in the rear wheels because the way he spun, we saw smoke going up there, and the yellow has come out.
With 1 lap to go right now, Baker taking the white flag, and it will wind up with Buddy Baker capturing his second Grand National race of 1979. Buddy Baker, who had been in a slump for a while, there is the overall point leader, Darrell Waltrip. His chances for a 5th win on the season circuit dashed today as he instead limps back to the garage after the incident between 3 and 4. Nevertheless, Waltrip will still be the overall point leader after the race. You're looking at Donnie Allison now moving alongside Baker, perhaps to offer congratulations as Buddy gets set to take the checkered flag. Under the yellow here, Donnie Allison will settle for 2nd place. Cale Yarborough will finish 3rd. Bill Bonnet, who was on the pole today, and David Pearson's old car, number 21, will wind up 4th, and Richard Petty 5th. So here comes Buddy Baker, the crowd of nearly 63,000 at Michigan International Speedway saluting him as he crosses the finish line, the winner of the Michigan 400. Chris Economaki will be in Victory Lane to talk with Buddy Baker when we come back.
Less than 3 laps to go for Buddy Baker with a 13-second advantage, tagging along, hitchhiking. There is Dave Marcus. A blown engine going down into turn number 1. One car smoldering, drops on the inside. The yellow is coming out. How about that?
Oh my goodness me, you just can't beat NASCAR racing, can you? 2 laps to go, 13-second lead, and bang.
A blown engine going into turn number 1.
Oh, and Neil Bonnet smoking badly, coming off turn 4. It looks like his engine's about to go.
Here's Bonnet coming to the tri-oval, slowing down.
Now he wants...
This could be a blessing for him if he can keep running at all.
Absolutely.
The engine is off. He has shut the engine off. It's gone. Bonnet just coasting around here at the end of the race. Well, what a situation this is.
Where's Dale Earnhardt? Nowhere. He can't.
The white flag is out. White flag is out on the field. They are under caution. Baker is streaking around to win this race, and even under caution, it will be the fastest race in history. Here he is coming out of turn number 4. And after all those years of effort, all those heartbreaks, the 1980 Daytona 500 waving like mad as he crosses the line. Buddy Baker has done it, but not without a heart stopper just at the finish as the caution came out.
Next time by the start-finish line, 500 miles will be decided in just 1 lap. Through the tri-oval area and heading for Harold Kinder's white flag. Dale Earnhardt, where do you want to be on this lap?
Well, I don't really want to be leading it, but I like to have a, being second or third, have a good shot at running at the lead.
Earnhardt has a great shot out of turn number 2. Heading into the backstretch, 3,400 feet of runway. For Earnhardt to work the draft, but slow car ahead. Buddy Arrington is in the low groove. Earnhardt cannot move down and slingshot on the inside. He looks, not enough room. Baker holds him off, forms the box around Arrington, and Earnhardt has to rethink his strategy. That was the primary passing point. Here they come, pounding out of turn 4. The fans are on their feet. Last time by and into the tricky travel. Earnhardt feints high and goes low. Right to the bottom of the racetrack, onto the track apron. Earnhardt draws closer, ever closer, but Baker will win the race by 3 feet. Buddy's son Brandon can't believe how close the finish was.
And it is Buddy Baker moving up fast on Labonte. Labonte is dropping way back. Sam, that can only mean one thing. He must be out of fuel. Look how far back he's gone.
Oh, yeah, Terry just slowed. Absolutely. Look, another car passing him there. I'll tell you, you can't call this bad luck exactly. It's something that he and his crew chief, Dale Inman, are really going to talk about for a long time.
Well, we thought heat would be the major factor. It turns out that fuel is.
Incredible, so that's what it cost him, that flat-out running that brought him into the lead. Probably made the difference between his being able to finish and not finish. That is incredible, but of course it catapults Buddy Baker into an absolutely clear lead. Bill, he's unthreatened by anyone at this point.
So Buddy Baker, who has yet to win the Firecracker 400, looks like he is going to come in if he can keep it together.
And this would be there.
There it is. Checkered flag for Buddy Baker. And there's a big puff of smoke down that main straightaway. Somebody blew. But it's not going to bother Buddy Baker. He officially has come across the finish line with the checkered flag.
A chance to win.
Waiting to see what an amazing last lap.